Hello YouTube. We are live. No one watching yet. We got some yellow King Kongs eating. Hey J Dubs, what's up? Andre, how's it going everyone? Thanks for I just decided to feed some shrimp. So I just dropped a piece of this Plamsky Shrimp Farm Super Greens entree. Thank you, Plamsky. I like this guy. He's a real nice guy. I met him twice at the Aquatic Experience. Really nice dude. But he sent me some of those and dropped some in, and I figured I'd show the feeding. So we got the yellow King Kong tanks over here eating next to the yellow King Kongs. There's some fancy red tigers. There's a couple babies in this tank. This is the first time I'm feeding Plamsky's Super Greens. I'll mute that, sorry. First time Plamsky Super Green, so we'll see how everyone's enjoying it. Here we have the Aurora Blues. Andre, I'm sorry I don't speak Spanish very well. Here's the orange eye red tigers. These guys, there's only 10 of them in here, so they're not really swarming the food, which tells me that I don't need to feed them as much. So I'm going to get that piece of food out of there as soon as this video is over. Obviously, these are pretty big hunks for the amount of shrimp I have in these tanks. These are golden calcio. Sorry about the focus. So I will have to get the excess food out of the tank. Oh, it's Portuguese, sorry. Everyone subscribe to JW Aquarium. He's doing a shrimp aquarium after 1,000 subscribers, and he's only 35 away. Here's some black King Kongs. One of the 5 tanks that I have going now, black King Kongs. They've been doing very, very well for me. Down here we have some crystal reds. They seem to be devouring this food. This tank used to be absolutely full, crawling with them. It had a nice piece of driftwood covered with tang. All have been sold. We're down to just getting down to the nitty gritty with these guys, so I gotta let them build up numbers again. So there's maybe see I got a buried mama, the orange eye red tiger in here. She is. This is one I hate live videos because the YouTube camera is not that great, especially with all the glare I have going on in here. Here are my blue bees. These are Caridina. If it will focus on them. These tanks are probably going to be especially hard to get because they have the real window in the background there, so they get the real sunlight. The blue bee Caridina. These guys are doing really good for me. There's tons of babies in the tank, lots of little juvies. Real little guy. You can see there's a couple little guys right there. But I love these beautiful, beautiful shrimp. Right next to them, princess bees. These guys are also Caridina. Here's my extreme blue bolts. Not too many of them in here, only 5. So I'm definitely going to have to get the food out of this tank as well. Next we have Super Crystal Reds. These are just some juvies that I pulled from my Santa tank. These were culled from the Santa tanks because they're not Santas. These are all one stripe super crystal red juvies. Sorry, focus. They're small. The shrimp doesn't want to focus on them. Red bolts. Working on the red. This is my. I've got 10 of these. Picked up 10 of these in an auction on USA Shrimp Keepers and Plants auction page, or it may have actually been a dip on Shrimp Haven. One of the two. Either way, check both of those on Facebook. These are one of my favorites right now. Orange Eye Red King Kong Extremes, or Red Devils, or they go by a lot of different names, but Extreme Red King Kong with Orange Eye. They're gorgeous. There's 10 of them in here. Absolutely love them. I don't even know how many different kinds of shrimp I have actually. I'd have to count them. Getting up there though. Here are my dancing men. There's only about 6 dancing men in this tank. Just waiting for them to breed. They've been slow, haven't done anything for me, but it is winter, so I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt that it's because winter. But you can see the dancing man pattern. They are the dancing men. So here we have some red nanashi, however you want to say it or call it. These are some very high grades. This came from Snail himself over in Taiwan. I won these on an auction from Flip Aquatics, very high grade. A trio of them was retailed at like 600, I believe. But I'm super happy with them. Again, they haven't bred for me yet because it's winter. And then I picked up a couple more from Powin. Cheetah. These are a wild type that are just absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous shrimp. The camera is not picking up the beautiful colors that these guys put off, but they are absolutely stunning. Put off oranges, reds, blues, purples, all different little hues to the cheetahs. Absolutely beautiful. Next, we'll go to white ghost bees. This tank started some juvies that I pulled. I have 3 tanks of white ghost bees. So these are some juvies that I pulled maybe 2 months ago to start another colony that I got going over here. These are my fishbone pintos / galaxy pinto. I got the red ones from Roby Chan, and that beauty right there came from Selene. Gorgeous. I'm hoping to get the genes from that. I'd like to call that almost approaching a boa, but a really nice galaxy fishbone. Look at those sexy legs. Those legs are gorgeous on that shrimp. But yep, that's the galaxy fishbone or pinto fishbone tank. Just fishbones, and then a really nice galaxy in there. Some of them have galaxy too, but I just consider them fishbones except for the black one. Tangerine Tigers. Love those guys. They bling, 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 bling. Down here we have a regular red tigers. These are some juvies that I pulled from my other red tiger tank. I just started a second colony with these guys. They're still juvies, very hard to see their color. Here we have Stardust, and they're apparently not hungry at all. There's only like one little guy right there. There's only 10 of them in here. Oh, actually, some of them are swimming around, so maybe I'm going to mad to the male. Maybe there was a molt, and they're swimming around. So we're not going to get a good view of the Stardust because there's not too many in there. They're a newer addition. And my red ghost bees don't appear to be very hungry either. So this is how you tell how much to feed. Like, I'm going to get this stuff out of here, and then they're not going to get fed for another couple days because there's obviously enough food in the tank, and they're all just huddled back there. filter. Alright, turn around. Here we go. Got some pure black line. I got these from Plamsky. So Plamsky's pure black line, eating Plamsky's super green food. Beautiful shrimp. He actually sent these to me as a gift when I ordered some other shrimp for him. I just inquired about the price of these and then said I didn't have enough at the moment, and he sent them to me for free anyway. So super happy. Plamsky's a great dude. These are the red tiger tank that I pulled the juvies from that I showed you down there. If I could zoom out a little bit. There we go. But red tigers, they are hungry, 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 eating on that. Next we just have the mixed Tybee tank. So this has some Tang Ties and some Tybees and a white one's a cull from the fishbone Pinto tank actually. So there's all sorts of genes in here. This just happens to be the Caridina cull tank basically. Here's the Santa tank that I started those other crystal reds from. So they've been fairly prolific for me. So Island Queen, yeah, I've been trying to build up my collection. But yeah, the Santas, these guys had some babies, and I did some culling, and all the babies that aren't Santas got culled into a new tank, and that's just going to be a super red crystal tank, not a Santa tank. This one I'm going to try to keep all Santas. This is rimless, another black King Kong tank. These guys are pretty hungry in the black King Kong tank. Hey MPR shrimps, yeah, I've been busy, sorry. My wife went grocery shopping with my daughter, and my son's taking a nap, so I decided I had a minute, and while I was down here feeding, I might as well do a live stream since I do observe them and watch and see how hungry they are anyway. Because I've been giving them a lot of powdered and liquid foods instead of pellets because of the babies. So it's been a little bit hard to judge how much to feed because you can't really see how quickly and how much they swarm the food. And that's how I judge how much to feed. So here we have my red King Kong tank. This guy is, I'm trying to get down to all one stripers or extremes. So I have another red King Kong tank that I call out all the Panda patterns, or the wines. These guys have the dragon blood gene, so you can see they have that black to them as well, some of them. Sorry about the shakiness. And then next to it's a 75 that I just started to make a Sulawesi tank. So we got we have some in here. They actually have red in here already, but since there's only about 20 of them in this 75, you really can't. There's one on the bottom of the filter there. They hang out all around the filter, but as you can see, they're going to be really hard to find. Only like 20 shrimp in this 75 gallon. Especially the Sulawesis, they're smart. They see hide. But yeah, they like to come out at night. I also have the 20 gallon up here as a Sulawesi tank. And they are not touching the food. See, I got to get in here and get all this food out of here. But there's a bunch of Sulawesis in here. And these guys are like chameleons. They'll change. As you can see in here, they're like nice red, bright red. And in here, like a dark red. It's because they're on the dark substrate, and they actually will adjust to the substrate. It's crazy. When I turn the lights on in the morning, some of them look very like actual blue, like no red to them at all, just navy blue. So here's another 20 gallon Sulawesi tank. This one I started with just 2 buried females that I threw in here, and they had their buried babies, and then the babies are all growing up, starting to have babies of their own now. So, and I stole a bunch out of here for the $75. Super Crystal Blacks. These were culls that I bought. 30 culls. By Pet Shrimp had a auction for the culls for a good cause, and I ended up winning that. So I got 30 of the Super Crystal Black culls from his colony. Here's my pure red lines. I got these from Prudence Mo. So these have the Hafferman genes. Hafferman cross Jackson. They are so bling and white. Look, the camera can't even pick them up. Like here, picks them up just fine. Over here, it's like the camera is just whited out because they're so white. I need to adjust. It needs to white balance. But these guys are gorgeous. There's, as you can see, babies just crawling everywhere in the tank. So they're doing really well for me. Big hunk of tang there. Blue bolts. Juvies. These were babies not too long ago. They all becoming juvies. This tank started with four blue bolts in here. And they had babies once. And the babies are becoming juvies and getting older. Blue Bolt Misuras. They're beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous Blue Bolt Missouri shrimp. So they have the Missouri pattern on the head there. Digging down on plants. So here we have a Royal Blue Tiger tank. There's only about 20 juvies in this tank. This is a new 20-gallon tank that I just started with. I pulled 20 out of the other tank that I had. So you can see there's a couple on the filter. But not that it's sighting going on in this tank because there's not too many in there. Maybe 1 shrimp per gallon. Another Red King Kong tank. So these are the ones that I pulled out because they had too much white on them from the other tank. And there's tons of babies in this tank too, but they're all about that size, so they're a little harder. You're not going to see them everywhere. Another white ghost. This was the first white ghost colony that started it all. The other started the other 2 colonies. Beautiful shrimp. Here's the first Royal Blue Tiger colony that started the other 3 colonies that I have going now, because they do very well, and they're all Neocaridina parameters too. So high pH, high GH. They're in about 8 GH, 7.5 pH. There's another Royal Blue Tiger tank. Same thing, Neo parameters. As you can see, these ones aren't as blue. They're more orange eye blue tiger, not royal. So these are the orange eye blue tiger tank. Blue Dream Neos. So I only have 3 tanks in Neocaridina. This is a Blue Dream. These came from Nam. I don't even know how to say his last name. I'm sorry. But he gave me a trio for free with some cherries that I got from him, and this tank just exploded from that trio. Here we have some more Blue Dreams. These came from Saikong. I traded some pure red lines for these. Then here we have just some cherries that I got from my local fish store. Traded some plants for some cherry shrimp, so we'll see how they go. We'll see how they do. Over here we have another Aurora Blue Tiger tank. These were low to medium grades that I bought. They were a pretty good price, so I bought them because I needed some. Why not? I got the good genes over in the other tank, and I could bring some over. There's another orange eye Royal Blue Tiger tank. Absolutely beautiful. They are all enjoying Plamski's food here. Just really loving it. And here we have crystal red shrimp Missouri tank. So I call this tank for Missouri pattern only. So if it's not a Missouri, it gets out of here. So the tank's 20 gallon. Apparently I forgot to drop a piece of food in there because they're not swarming it. And I don't see a piece of food. So maybe I'll move a piece of food from, let's see. Whoa, sorry about that, guys. Lost the stream. We're back. We're back. Sorry. So this one needed some food, but I'm not going to do that on camera. I'll do that later. Here's my Shadow Panda tank. These are home brews from Blue Bolts and Black King Kongs. So trying to get some nice blues out of these guys. Some of them have that nice blue color for sure. But I'm working on them. They're my homebrew project. So we have, these are my crystal reds that I call for color. So these are beautiful. So if you ever see any of my auctions for the crystal reds of the nice color, they come out of this tank. And if you ever see my crystal red auctions for Missouri, they come out of that tank. Next we have another zebra babalti tank. They're not very hungry in this one. This one I pulled about 12 juveniles from my main babalti tank, and I put them in here. But they're not very active right now. They're all back there eating something else that's more delicious, I guess. But here's another Black King Kong tank. And then another Yellow King Kong. These guys are dominating that food down there. Yellow King Kongs with that blinging. Look at how bright that yellow is. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous blinging yellow color. Alright. Next, so we're almost done there. In here, we have my first zebra babalti tank where I grabbed the other 12 from. So these are orange eye zebra babaltis. And there's a lot of shrimp in this tank, but they're not. Oh, there's the food. I was like, where did the food go? They say they're not clumbing, but they are. They're making their way over there. And I love my zebra babaltis. They are absolutely stunning fish or shrimp. The camera does not do them justice at all. Here we have Aurora Reds. So these were Aurora Blues crossed with Snow Whites, and then selected for red. And they are called Aurora Reds. Here we have another white ghost bee. And here we have some goldens. There. And then back here, this used to be pure red line pond, but I recently grabbed about 30 Black King Kong and about 10 blue bolts. Well, I didn't do the blue bolts yet, but that's the plan. 10 of those blue bolt juvies are gonna end up in this pond back here too. And we'll have a Taiwan bee pond back there for blacks and blues. And then I guess I could show you, I have one more tank upstairs if you want to hang out and check it out. So here's my SEMO brewing station. Got 2.5 gallons of SEMO brewing right there. SEMO stands for Saline Shrimp Effective Microorganisms. It's food for the shrimpies. And here's my 55-gallon column in my living room, and this is a black King Kong tank. And we just scared the crap out of them. There's a lot of glare in here, sorry. It's right by a window. I'm trying to get less glare, but it's hard. And this was the original black King Kong tank that started all the others that you saw. But that's it for me today, guys. I'm going to do my due diligence, and I'm going to go get all that food out of the tanks where the shrimp aren't eating it. You all have a great